What's up, my people? It's the lyrical genius Black Titanium, today's host of another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena. And today's subject matter is my excuse I want to give to you why I always talk about the faults of my people and the faults of myself. I know lately you have seen videos of me, telling people that I'm homeless and my situation, and so that way, when I tell people about my situation, that's basically to soothe a lot of these bitch niggas' insecurities. That's what you got to understand. A lot of these niggas got insecurities, so this is good news to them. But that's not really the main reason, but that's one of the reasons. So I just want to let you know, because a lot of these niggas that you'll see out here, that's in a bunch of these bitch ass niggas that's in protective custody, they gonna talk a lot of shit, but that's a whole nother video. But I mainly talk about my people and my faults, their faults, because when you want to start a revolution, first thing you got to do is start in your own backyard. Because if your shit ain't together, you cannot get to the real fight. And you can never have a revolution without starting it. Because when the revolution does start, your people are going to kill you. And that's how it happens every time when we have a leader. And a lot of leaders' faults is the fact that they never start in their own backyard. They always start talking about the white man this and the white man that, and this group that, and this group this. But we got to basically look at our own faults in order to be able to turn our weaknesses into strengths. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. Our situation, black people's situation, is to the point where, like, every 5 minutes, every time I turn around, I'm feeling like embarrassed to be black. As a person, I'm like feel embarrassed to be black like every 5 minutes. That's how bad it is. That's how bad these zombie like that these niggas have turned. So my thing is, I said, you know what? I used to watch a video, right? I'm gonna tell you a story. I used to watch a video. All y'all know this dude. It was a dude named Mayo. He used to have a good little YouTube channel. He probably still does. And I started watching his videos, and he used to talk about the faults of our people, but he showed proof. He stated facts. He showed proofs of those facts, and on video, don't lie. So every time he talked about something, basically what happened, that it was the fact that he was not a very diplomatic person. When he explained shit and he talked about shit, he did it in a way that embarrassed people, which rightfully so. He did it in a way that embarrassed people. So I noticed that a lot of black people, they started getting mad and calling this man a coon. So I said, I had to start looking. I said, because when you call somebody a coon, that's a serious accusation. I mean, I know a lot of people throw the word around recklessly, but usually when you call a person a coon, we got to look at that. So I started, observing him to see if he was really cooning. So I realized that black people was just throwing the word around recklessly, because first of all, this man was not a coon. But you had to have a keen eye, a third eye, in order to be able to see this man's reasoning. And I looked at the fact, when I watched his videos, I said, man, this dude is just another frustrated black brother who's embarrassed by his people, man, the situation that's going on. He want to try to change his people. He want to try to change conditions. And he's trying to, he's not only trying to, running around here talking about, grown ass people. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows, like I know, our lives have basically been determined. He was basically always talking about the youth, the children, what these black mothers are doing out on the streets and this and that. And people got mad about that because He was basically stating facts. And a lot of our black people are straight up delusional. So it's like this. Whenever I talk about my people, myself, I'm not talking from one corner of the world. I'm not speaking about one corner, one city, one block. No. When I speak on a world stage. I never, because I'm a well-traveled person throughout the United States. And I've been to almost damn near all the states. And so, as Malcolm X once said, traveling broadens the mind. So people might hear you talk and they say, man, ain't nothing going on here, man. No, we know we doing whatever. But you got to look at that. You got to look at the fact that this is a global epidemic going on with black people, man. This ain't just going on in New York City or just LA or just, some little town. This is going on everywhere in the United States. Our people are acting like savages, zombie-like, to the point, yeah, I know conditions were set. I know conditions were set. See, but now we cannot concentrate on conditions being set. We have to understand that. Because now I'm to the age where I know right from wrong. A lot of brothers and sisters out here are to the age where they know right from wrong. So there's no excuse. All that stuff that I had to do, what I gotta do. No, those are delusional excuses, because those will not be, and we will not be able to use those excuses on the day of judgment. So basically, when I go back to the essence of the conversation, this brother Sotomayor, he didn't just wallow in misery and dwell on the problem and just dwell on the problem. He brought about a solution. He went online and he created black media, a media that speaks for and against our people, because the revelation got to start. The revolution has to start in your own backyard. We cannot get to the real fight without straightening our own problems out. And we have the ability to do that. It's a simple solution. It's not like it's hidden. It's public knowledge that if we unite today, a conscious decision to unite today, we will have a brand new reality tomorrow. And so basically, in order to unite, we got to clean out the diseases that's in our heart. One of the most biggest diseases is called self-hatred. If you don't clean that out, there's nothing we can do for each other. So instead of dwelling on a problem, he created media. And as he created that media, I noticed one thing. I noticed that filth and grime does not like you to put the spotlight on their situations. I noticed that. And it made me realize that people like Sotomayor and many other people who create their channels and create their media and their black media and use it wisely are a rare commodity, because these are people who stand up and stand out again and go against the grain and choose not to ride with the numbers that are going to be larger and that's going to be against them. This is what makes these people unsung heroes, man. The fact that they can come online and speak out against themselves, against their people, because that's what righteousness is all about, man. Standing up for the truth and justice, even if it be against yourself. So, nevertheless, and needless to say, his solution became contagious, because it made me create a media. It made me create my own media. And what type of media is that? Black media. The solution to use my media wisely. So when we create our media wisely, Sotomayor, his only fault was that he didn't do it, and he didn't come across to the people in a diplomatic way. He's not that bright, he's not that articulate, But nevertheless, the brother, you know what I'm saying, he still speaks facts, and he's half decent in what he does, and he's very. I like his channel. I gotta tell you, I don't care what nobody say, okay, because it is enlightening, and basically, when I realized the fact that filth and grime does not like you to shine the light on their situations, it lets me know that these are the things, if these are the things that make our people straighten up by you keeping them on blast like that, then so be it. If this is the shit that actually, in a lot of situations, these videos actually save children from getting abused. This shit saves children from getting abducted, because when you shine the light on that situation, the filth and grime runs and hides underneath the crevices of wherever they go run and hide at until the light gets turned off again. Because people have short-term memory loss. So they tend to forget about shit that they don't even want to hear now, or something that's against them. So basically, the filth and grime runs to hide. Then this is the reason why we must keep these situations on blast, because a lot of children out here are being abducted, they're being exploited, they're being sex trafficked, and all of that other stuff. They in captivity. A lot, not only of my race, of many races. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother video. But my thing is that whenever I speak to you, I'm speaking to myself, and I show you that by showing you other videos of me in dire straits situations where I'm homeless, I'm out in the streets, and so that way it soothes people's insecurities. Because at the same time, you got to be diplomatic about the situation. You got to show people that you're of them. So I show you that I'm of you. I have faults. I have faults and flaws and all of that other stuff. So I'm showing you me in the raw. Me in the raw. That way, when you see me, you say, okay, this dude ain't somebody that come from urban. No, he comes from some upstate area where he's got a silver spoon in his mouth. No, I show you that the real situation of the reality of black people, because a lot of black people like putting on facades. They like going out to get that car, that little hoopty or whatever they get, and they like putting on a facade like they doing good, because they get they get that from white people, because white people are masters at putting on a facade and they fake it until they make it. So so we gotta understand, man. Let people see us, and don't be scared. We can't be afraid to fail. We can't be afraid to look. Because humiliation is good for the soul a lot of the times, and this is why I accept humiliation. You know how many people actually talk about me on a constant level? I'm like a hot topic among a lot of people. You got people in cars, they got houses, they got jobs. And I ain't got a pot to piss in, yet these niggas still talk about me, yet these niggas still slander me, yet these niggas still try to defame me. And it makes me feel good. You know why? Because it lets me know that I'm still relevant. That I am still relevant. Because one reality you got to understand is that people do not kick dead dogs. They don't kick dead dogs. So if a nigga see a crackhead walking down the street and he's you don't see people talking about them. But if a brother walk around here, they got better qualities and better potential, and he walk with his head up, but yet he still don't have nothing. But the fact is, he has qualities that money can't buy. That's why you see people talking about me. Because God blessed me with qualities that money cannot buy. But anybody can have these qualities. But in order to have these qualities, you have to relinquish the worldly things that we have. That's what a lot of people don't understand. No, they do understand that. So if they know that they're not willing to relinquish, that big 1,000-inch TV or whatever they holding on to. A bunch of trinkets that everything is replaceable. Everything is replaceable. But what's not replaceable is our lives. And right now, we are looked at from the outside looking in. We are looked at by every other culture as being expendable. Yeah, we are expendable people, man. And that's the way they look at us. That's the way they use us. That's the way they view us. And that's why they do what they do to us. Because you know why? Because we participate in our own destruction. How can you respect the people who participate in their own destruction? Excuse me. You can't. And when a girl walks down the street with her pussy and her ass hanging out, all tight jeans, and her titties, her cleavage hanging out, do guys respect her as being a beautiful sister? No, they see her as being a hoe ready to get fucked. I'm sorry, the words might sound harsh, but you might want to check out the reality of that shit. And it's the same thing with culture. You have to understand that people are not going to respect us if we don't respect ourselves, man. And in order for people to respect us, we're going to have to make a conscious decision to unite. That's the simple solution. I know that, you hear a lot of black people, they deal with self-hatred. They be like, man, I already know that, man. Come on, man. You still talking that black shit, man. Come on, man. Playing a reverse psychology game. Yo, this man, he's just a racist. He's just this. No. Yeah, I might be a racist, but people sling the word racist around so recklessly that they don't even understand that the word racist means a person who's for the advancement of their race. Now, if you're prejudiced, that's a whole different story. How can I be racist? Only way you cannot be racist if you cannot control somebody, if you cannot control people's getting jobs, if you cannot control, if you're not running, you can't run around and control how people live. You're not a racist. I mean, you're not a prejudice. So there's no way in the world I could be prejudiced because I'm one of the downtrodden, the people who don't have shit, the have-nots. Standing here trying to be in the sacrificial lamb, knowing that I'm going to be a sacrificial lamb for people who don't give a fuck about me. That's the biggest thing about militancy. That's one of the biggest thing about militancy. A militant is going to love his people, but he must come to the terms when the people are dealing with self-hate, they are not going to love him back. As a matter of fact, they are going to join the enemy and try to destroy the person who is trying to help them. As you can see, history has proven that from Martin, Malcolm, Huey. You've seen that throughout the history. And black people are lined up 1,000 miles long, eager to sell each other out. And we can't deny that. This is what we have to understand. So back to the essence of what I'm saying, I created my media, black media, within that they gave me online, the platform that they give all of us online. It just depends on how you use it. It just depends on how you use it. And a lot of us use it in idiotic ways. We just want to take selfies. We just want to post pictures of food. Yo, this is what I'm eating right now. Or we want to post videos of beating people up or get another nigga getting beat up. Come on, man. That's not what social media was created for. Social media was created for those who are gifted with talent to come on and network and use your media wisely. That's what it was created for. Now, once we start doing that, we will have a brand new reality tomorrow, because we will no longer be seen in a negative light if we're able to fight back. Like right now, I got the feds on my back. I got snitches all around me. The feds is watching me. They slander me. Because the only way you could kill a militant, their process of killing the militant is first to slander them, defame them, and then isolate you from your people. And depending on how dangerous you are, if you're just by yourself, you're not a danger at all to their system. So they'll just play the cat and mouse game with you. They'll send agent provocateurs at you all day. People, snitches be snitching on you all day. They'll try to get gang members to harass you and all of this. So you got to be ready for all of that. You got to always be armed and everything else. You got to be ready for whatever, because there's no telling when a nigga going to decide to kill you, or when you're going to have to decide to kill, to defend yourself. You feel me? So this is a very dangerous situation. No, it ain't no thing where a nigga just coming on here for 150 likes. I care less whether a nigga hit the like button. If you hit the like button, that's beautiful. If you hit the subscribe button, that's beautiful. But every day I walk out my house, nigga, I got a target on my back. Not because I'm young, gifted, and black, which I am, but because I'm Muslim. I embrace the life of a militant, and I know that it's about blackness first. But in all reality, even though it's about blackness first, it's going to be black people that they're going to get to kill me. And I say create your media wisely, because I'm not a leader. I'm not a gangster. I'm not a killer. I'm not none of that. But I'm a nigga that will defend myself. I done been through gladiator school. I done been around the illest killers. Trust me. So I'm not worried about what a nigga say. So when a nigga, however a nigga come at me, that's the way I gotta deal with it. But nevertheless, I'm still gonna stand up for what's right, for what I believe in. And I believe in my people. Black people are very smart people. We're very smart, man. We're geniuses. We're an amazing people. If we only knew the power of melanin, this is where we once got our superpowers from. Every time they show Superman and all them niggas on the TV, they talking about us. Every time they show the mutants and all them niggas on TV, they talking about us. They just trying to get you to look up to them as the heroes. But they talking about us. A history a legacy that they stole from us, that they often running with. And they left you with an identity crisis. Real talk, they left our people in an identity crisis. A lot of niggas who don't know who they are or what they are. So they go run around, accepting and embracing and wearing everybody else's culture. And they're willing to be anything but black. Real talk. So don't think that this is an easy job. Every day I walk out my house, I gotta be armed and I gotta be ready for whatever. And trust me, I'm ready. Whether it be me getting hurt or killed or whatever, I'm gonna go out defending mine. Real talk. And that's what I'll do for my people. I do that because I love my people. I know that my people are more than what we're portrayed to be. So a lot of our people don't really know. So you have to enlighten those people. Those who do know. Those who don't know will always be at the mercy of those who do know. So that's why you always have to educate yourself and have to understand that, we can't just sit silently in fear in an evil world. You have to, if you're supposed to be righteous and you team God, or you striving for righteousness, even just striving for it, you have to be able to stand up against that devil, no matter what size that devil is. And a lot of times they're going to come in form of a monster. And the only one on their team that know that they're going to lose is the devil himself. He knows that they lost. He just want a bunch of company. The rest of these niggas think that they're going to win against God and their servants, and it's not going to happen. But trust me, between the beginning and the end, the devil and his followers are going to do damage, and they're doing damage right now. They're accumulating more souls and more souls every day. This is what we have to understand, and it's going to get worse than that, because that's why God says, do not grieve. Do not grieve, because the days of Revelations is going to play out the way it was written. And it was written and etched in stone, that everything that's being done now was written and etched in stone thousands of years ago. This is what we have to understand. But it's up to those who are striving for righteousness, who want to stand up for justice against this monster that we're facing now, that Antichrist. If you want to try to even, you know what I'm saying, stand up against it, you have to stand up now. Because when they really start turning up the heat on us, a lot of people are going to collapse, man, because the faith is shaky right now. My faith is shaky. Sometimes my faith is shaky too. I gotta pray. That's why I pray and a bunch of other stuff. I'm just a little more braver than a lot of people. And those brothers that I talked about online that create their media, they braver than a lot of people. A lot of those brothers are unsung heroes, man. That we take for granted every day, man. A person that bask in the midst of adversity and will stand up against a monster and stand up against the world. That's a brother, man, that should be recognized. Those brothers like that, Dr. Umar Johnson and them, these brothers ain't just going about their daily lives every day, man. They got feds on them and everything, man. They got snitches on them and everything. And the bigger following that they have, the more danger that they in. The more danger that they're in, because when the government really sees you as a threat to his system, he's gonna erase you. He's seen the brother Nipsey Hussle as a threat to his system because of what Nipsey Hussle was trying to do, and a lot of other brothers, man. And this is what we gotta realize: we can't keep helping these people kill us. This is my point, man, and this is why we have to know. We have to basically we have to balance this out. We have to balance. We can't just show ourselves as being the ignorant people, because we're more than that, man. We know, man, those who possess that third eye, they know, man, we are kings. Our sisters are queens, but we've just been reduced to rebels right now. But we got time. It's time to make a comeback, man. We can make a comeback, man. And it only starts with one gun. Real talk, my nigga. It only starts with one gun. We ain't got this. This is lead by example. And with that being said, man, you are watching another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena. And I am your host, the lyrical genius, Black Titanium. Hit that likes button, hit that subscribe button, do whatever you feel. And if you don't like the messenger, so what? Fuck the messenger. Pay attention to the message. Pay attention. I listen to a lot of brothers online that I don't like, but they got knowledge. They can teach me something. And anybody that can teach me something, I'm willing to listen. If I can put it up under my belt and survive for the next 20 years with it, so be it. So be it. All beautiful. And with that being said, you're watching another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena, and I am your host, the lyrical genius, Black Titanium. And until the next time, peace. I'm out.